Boker Tov, good morning. Happy New Year on the secular calendar. Today is January 1st, 2021. It's also Erev Shabbos, Parshas Vayechi. Parshas Vayechi is a description of the last days of the life of Yaakov and the Jewish people's story as it continues in Egypt after he is buried, preparing us really for Shemot ahead. But one of the central pieces of the story takes place on his bed, as Yaakov is ailing, and he offers blessings. We are familiar with one part of those blessings to each of the tribes of Israel, all of his sons. But before that happens, there is a moment to bless the sons of Yosef, Ephraim and Menashe. This might be familiar to you. He places his hands. Yosef places the children such that the right hand will be on Menashe the Bechor, the firstborn. Yaakov switches his hands. Yosef is very anxious about this. Yaakov says, I know what I'm doing. I'm placing the hands as I wish them to be. And then he offers bracha. And when that story ends, after telling us, again, he switched his hands, and even though the Menashe was the firstborn, Vayevarech et Yosef, and he blessed Yosef, Vayomar, and he said, he goes on to describe the blessing, right? That God who protected him should bless the children, Yivarech et Na'arim, and call them after his name. And that is a very beautiful bracha. We mentioned a little bit about it yesterday. What's unusual, or at least something to take note of, is the way the Torah introduces the moment of bracha. And it does not say in the pasuk, Vayevarech et Menashe and Ephraim, or Vayevarech otam. And he blessed Menashe and Ephraim, he blessed them. Rather it says, and he blessed Yosef. How does he bless Yosef? He's blessing Menashe and Ephraim. So there are many ways to approach this. The one that I draw your attention to today is to be found in the Seforno. It's a short little line, but I think is a profound statement that we should take to heart in so many ways. Vayevarech et Yosef, I'm sorry, it's the Ramban. Vayomar, Hatam. The reason why the Torah says, and he blessed Yosef, and it goes on to describe blessing the children. Ki levarech et Yosef be'ahavoto oto, because to bless Yosef in his love for him, beirach et banav, he blessed his children. The blessing of Ephraim and Menashe is a blessing of Yosef, not merely a legal question that the two of them are inheritors of Yosef's standing in the family, as again some might approach this question, but rather it reveals a truism about how we relate to the children of the people we care about. And to offer blessing, says Ramban, to someone's children is to offer blessing to them. I have deep and abiding affection for you. I show it by caring for your children. I want to offer you blessing. I bless your children. I was thinking about this as I think about community and the way we function, and the way we function with one another as couples, individuals, couples, and then as families. And as families, really as a community. In fact, I'm thinking about it in the context of this anniversary of a bar mitzvah. Joe Fish celebrates his bar mitzvah anniversary in Parshat Vayechi every year. This is not a year, unfortunately, when he's going to be able to be with us to do that. And one of the special things about Joe, there are many special things and qualities to judge Joe Fish, was the fact that, probably a dozen years ago, maybe it was 15 years ago, might have been go back that far, Joe proposed to the leadership of the shul that we should set up a mentoring program where individuals who are in the shul, who are in different professions, would share their time and their direction with the youngsters, not youngsters, right, the emerging young adults in the community who were exploring what their futures might be and trying to figure out what type of a life they would lead, in professional life, I should say. So he organized a number of our members who were lawyers, doctors, and other professionals to give their time to these young men and women, allow them to follow them in the office, and otherwise review and discuss what life is like in the profession that they had chosen, and help give some guidance. Now, it was done because I think Joe recognized, I don't want to speak for him, that it's difficult sometimes to figure out a path. And that's absolutely true. It was also done because I think there was a recognition implicit, and maybe it's just because he had lived out the message of the parsha, which is yours, Joe. You're listening to the Dvar Torah also. Lived out that message, which recognizes that I have a relationship. The adults have relationships in the shul, but that relationship should expand to the children of the shul, and I can express my fondness and my caring and my readiness to help, and not just across to the generation of people with whom I share a level, but also with the children that are there. I think about it even to this day. There are people in the shul who are helping give jobs to other people in the shul and other children in the shul, even right now in the pandemic. And that is a reflection of a value of Yaakov, a teaching of the Ramban, and the nature of a thriving and living and pulsing communal life, where we all look after each other, where we care for one another, and we express it by not only caring for our friends, but for our friends' children too. May we all be blessed to always in our lives to have the people around us who are looking out for us and looking out for our kids. We all look out for our kids, then we're helping ensure that that all that we share and cherish in the relationships that we care about flourish and strengthen all the time. Have a beautiful Shabbos, and look out for someone and their kids today.